Alright, everybody. We are now live and back again with some more Pokemon Conquest. My run for the PSR Marathon is just 2.5 weeks away, so gotta make sure I get some more practice in while I can. And I figured before I start with runs today, I'm gonna do some practice. I'm not gonna practice everything, of course, but I feel like the parts that I was struggling with, like indeed the final 2 fights, are ones I need to practice. Let's see, what save states do I got? No. This is not one I really need to... Oh, yeah, that's kind of a faulty save state, though. But yeah, still, that's not one I really need to practice. Probably that a little bit. Yeah. No. Yes. Invasion split. Probably, maybe not. This, probably not. No. That one, definitely. Not that one. So I need to practice the final fight. Probably the final fight, Violite, and the invasion split. Okay, let's do this. I'll just put this on speed up just because this is technically practice. Supposed to use Judgment on Smagius turn 2. Yeah, that would actually make the most sense just because of Judgment. Because of using Courage. Oh, whoops. I should have had Suaddle move one spot to the right. Plus, you may have noticed the wristband broke. This fight is basically, if Darumaka and Eevee's power wristbands break too early, then things end up becoming pretty bad. Oh my god. I'm not sure how good of an idea this positioning is. I probably should have had Darumaka move downwards a little bit. Well, that works. I might be able to celebrate here. Yep. A bit of a messy movement, but still got it. Okay, let's practice. Let's do the invasion split. Alright, so my commentary buddy has told me these bells, the bell can only be used once per turn, and it wears off at the end of the turn. So it is not worth having 2 Pokemon near the bell. And apparently warrior skills like Rally and Mighty Blow and the bell actually do stack. It's just the bell by itself does not stack. Alright, so yeah, Munashige's uh drill burr can die to a brave bird. So yeah, what I can do is have Oichi Staraptor head towards Tepig. Oh, that is maximum energy. I'm gonna need to go, yeah, back here. I need to know, was that drill burr at minimum energy? Uh, low energy, but not minimum. That was kind of a idiot mistake I just made. Yeah, I should have used Mighty Blow for that. Well, we don't need to practice that anymore. This is one I did. It's, this split and this split. So my 5 and 9 save states. Let's do this one first. I have an interesting idea. What if I move Arceus... Okay, no. No, that won't work. I was thinking maybe get close to Gallade for a Bustle boost, but it would be kind of too far away to be worth it. So yeah, with our Courage Judgment, we need to prioritize hitting Miss Magius. Like that. I think what I'm going to do right now is keep Staraptor alive. Don't use Brave Bird yet. Ooh, that was lucky. Because the thing is, if I don't use Brave Bird, my defense won't go down. Darn. Yeah, this is one of the few fights where Darmanitan is actually better. But it's not worth it for almost every other fight. Okay, so Staraptor with Oichi pretty much has to attack something, because it's going to die no matter what. Okay, got it. Dude. Yeah, I think I should have stayed to continue attacking the Rayquaza. Did my wristband break? Yep, the wristband broke. Oh, now you crit. Screw off. Okay, let's do this one more time before I go to Dragner. Okay, that's bad. I actually cannot reach Miss Magius because of that. Dude, I never equipped a power wristband for this fight. No one... Dude, this save state sucks. I don't have a power wristband. I think I'll need to reload my Dragner split, do that, and make a new save state. Nice. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go practice Dragner. Yeah, this is all the movement I will do. Ooh, that's some good alignment there. Alright, thankfully that's an electric node. That was a nice crit on the Dragonair. I'm gonna stay here. Dang. I hate that. I hate that ability. Dude, twice in a row. Annoying. Okay, so I think the proper plan there is save Mighty Blow for Zekrom. And keep Excadrill away from the Dragonair. So yeah, I gotta make a new save state because the whole time, the reason I wasn't doing as much damage with Arceus was because I literally had no power wristband. Oh, also, you may have noticed, but I changed my splits. Since the run I previously got was a 149, I decided it's now time to just start comparing to my PB. So these splits are from my actual personal best. Dude, using turbo for that feels like cheating. Alright, so I gotta make a new save state 9. There we go. I actually have a power wristband now. So let's see how much easier this fight truly is. It's just unfortunate. If that Rayquaza moves up too far, I can't reach Miss Magius right away. That's fine. And power wristband broke right away. Of course. Why wouldn't it? And another broken wristband. Also, fun fact, if Fire Spin misses one of the targets, the Fire Spin only lasts for one turn. Yeah, if you have a power wristband, it just makes this a lot easier. Okay, I should have just done that with Girder. Alright, one more. They pretty much always move the exact same way. That's the one disadvantage of that crit not landing, is it heals back almost all of its health. Ooh, nice. Nice. Also, you noticed how it missed Arceus, so it only lasted one turn? Okay, that was pretty good. Alright, we're done practicing. Alright, here's our actual console. Alright, do I need anything else up? Oh yeah, my notes. Okay, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Unfortunately, our early game isn't exactly going to be great for comparing to my PB, because my PB had an extremely good early game. But the late game was extremely bad. So, don't be surprised if we're 50 seconds behind after Ignis. I've got to figure out how to ban those jewel things. $21 and $24. Okay, that's not great help for Starly. Yeah, I will still be going for no resets once I get past Greenleaf, unless things go extraordinarily bad. Oh my god, Jigglypuff. Oh, you just snagged my XP. Crit. Darn. Dude. Not exactly great. But to be fair, though, losing like 20 seconds or so in the early game, it may seem bad, but saving one whole turn at a late game kingdom battle can literally save you like 45 seconds. I'm mainly just upset on the lost experience, because since Eevee wasn't able to get that kill on the Bidoof, I'm going to be doing one less damage to the Chimchar, which could add up. No, it does add up. Oh, fun fact, if I decided to go to the ravine instead of the farm, there's actually Meowth there instead of Bidoof. So for a safety strat, I could theoretically go to the ravine. The actual problem is Ignis? Yeah. But just remember, being 50 seconds behind at Ignis in the early game can easily be made up for at late game kingdoms. Yeah, the reason I didn't start this stream earlier was because I was busy editing. Whoa, that was such a low roll. Crit? Darn. You know, funny enough, Eel, when you mentioned earlier about your thoughts on Darmanitan, there could be a Darmanitan password. But I have tested it before. Darmanitan just is not good during the mid-game. I consider mid-game, like... What do I consider mid-game? Probably after Terrera. It just really starts to fall off. Plus, Darmanitan isn't exactly good for Dragner. Hey, Robert. Yeah, my PB split for Ignis is a 328, which is extremely lucky. Interesting spot for Tepid. Normally he's a bit further up. Hey everybody, did I drop out? Yeah, Meowth can have that ability, yes. I'm not sure if that's specific wild Meowth does. It's an ability called Mountaineer. Dude, I'm still definitely having connection problems. You know, this kingdom battle was going pretty good because I got a boulder falling on Chimchar, but Tepig had to put himself in that spot. Still, though, that was a very annoying spot the Tepig put itself at. Still, sub 930. This could have been like a 910. Probably sub 9 if the Tepig didn't move where it did. Alright, Darumaka guy, first try. Nice. You know, fun fact, this is the only time in the entire game where you can go into a wild area and have there only be warriors. Because there will always be one wild Pokemon here. Okay. Now Prey Pansage goes left. Yep. Alright, let's see what happens. Just remember, the opponent's AI has no idea what these grass tiles even do. Their only goal is just to get the closest path to the banner. You should be good. There was one time a couple years ago, this exact scenario happened and the Pansage still went back up. It happened one time. It was such a long time ago, though. Yep, like that. I jinxed it. Dude, I haven't had that happen in like over 2 years. It is super rare that happens. Honestly, Eel, lower energy Daramaka tends to be the bigger deal because it can't do as much damage to Passage. Oh, take two. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, try that again. I didn't mind saying that originally just because it hasn't happened to me in years. Eel, joke's on you because whenever I do a speedrun, I always record offline as well. I don't record offline for like the solo run stuff that I do on stream, but when I do actual speedrun attempts, I always local record, just in case. I mean, do you remember when I did that Legends EA Catch-'em-all speedrun? It was on that piece of crap capture card I had. Even though it kept, like, going out at times, there was, like, a single, like, 14-second gap where there was no footage. They still accepted it anyway. I think it was just because it wasn't even competitive with the record anyway. And they knew, like, I wasn't trying to hide anything. But thankfully, I got myself a better one. I don't think I've ever done a stream with it yet, have I? I don't think so. Alright, this is way better health, though. This should be a way better farm one split. Perfect. Holy moly, what is the defense on that Starly? Dude, I've never seen that Starly take 31 damage. That is actually nuts. Not really? Yeah, I think I've only ever streamed it in the Discord. Yeah, either way though, I always record a video offline when I do these runs. Literally, when I did that Legends ZA catch-em-all run, I have a 10-hour-long video on my hard drive. Well, my external hard drive. Crit. Oh, nice. Well, you know what that means. The text that pops up of Oichi describing warrior skills won't happen until the Ignis fight. Alright, it looks like the Tepig is at lower energy. Dang, it looks like the Eevee and Jigglypuff's energy went down. It went back to normal. Yeah, I'll definitely need a sweet song the next turn. Nice. Oh, double nice. No, my god, 2 out of 3. I haven't received that in a super long time. Oh, had to make up for it somehow. Huh, interesting. Okay, I think Eevee should be able to kill from there. Oh yeah, 100%. Believe it or not, that would have gold splitted if that double slap didn't miss. Literally, these first 3 splits were extremely good. I haven't had splits like these in years. Now we're at the mercy of Pansage again. You know what? I was getting my luck out of the way during the warm-up. And there's this guy. think my PB got it first try. I can't remember. Dude. Peter. Yep, this is the monkey's paw right here. Get a super good Ignis split, and then this guy's still here. Oh my god. Dude, I may as well just had an average Ignis at this point. Okay, here we go. I think for every month I have to skip, it costs me like 6 seconds. So I may as well just had an average Ignis. So yeah, this was 100% the monkey's paw right here. Right? Maybe you're not cheating. Yep, things cancel out in the end. How low of energy was that Daramaka? Wow, all the way down. Okay. Well, the Pansage is all the way down. That doesn't really mean much when Daramaka is also all the way down. Well, I guess Snivy being all the way down is... it doesn't really matter. I think once we hit a week before my run date, I'll have my commentary buddy for these streams, and we'll do some commentary practice. And I will do a one attempt thing. Like, we're going to pretend it's the actual event. That's scary. That is super scary. Okay, we're good. Oh, that was actually very scary. That was actually so scary. Nice. Nice, no booby. Damn it. 34. Come on, high roll, high roll, high roll. I roll. Come on. That's not gonna work. Opponents will not join you if they die from a status condition. Well, I don't think I've ended a run like that in even more years than that. Oh my god. Dude. I will say, if that happens during the race, I would leave and rebattle the kingdom. Oh man. Dude, the Pansage cooperates, but the Daramaka's like, nah, screw you. You know what's funny? The very last time Daramaka betrayed me like that, it was during... I think this was back in 2021. I remember I was grinding attempts for the record, and what happened was I was in Violite, right? I was having Daramaka attack the Starly, and it actually crit the Starly, and other, like warlords of high rank, you can tell if they're high rank because in the overworld, their status bar on the top screen will be golden instead of gray. Golden warriors can only be recruited by other golden ones, so Daramaka critting the Starly meant he wouldn't join. I've only had that happen one time. Legitimately just one time. Because normally getting a crit anytime is great, but that's the one time you don't want to crit. Anyway. Well, back at it again. Dude, I don't... Maybe it happened once a super long time ago, but I do not remember Greenleaf failing because I burned the Pansage. But you know what's funny? If the Pansage had higher energy, it actually would have survived that burn. Oh yeah, Jigglypuff missing as well. Yeah, that's the thing with this game, like... Usually one bad event are caused by 5 different smaller events. Like, yeah, there was getting burned, but also it was Jigglypuff missing the double slap. Which I don't remember what it was, but it had to have been like 88% accurate or something. Dude, that could have been the start of a very, very good run. Dude, why couldn't they have just given Jigglypuff Pound? Ew. 17 and 20. That's really good. Perfect. Dude, that was unnecessary. Honestly, looking at this new quote-unquote overlay for the DS speedruns, honestly, I think the overlay looking more simple and the gameplay taking more space, it actually just straight up looks better than like those like different like borders I had, boxes, and everything like that. It was honestly kind of ugly. Yeah, I'm gonna stop using that from now on. Yeah, I'm gonna have Jigglypuff go after the Bidoof. Right? Darn. I don't think that matters. I think Eevee can knock it out from there. At least I think. Remember, before this looks bad, like I said, my PB's like first 5 splits were extraordinarily good. So if my results are average, then it looks like I'm losing time. Okay, that threw off my split. Ooh, all of them are lowish on energy. That's pretty good. Oh, Eevee's maximum energy. Maximum energy plus the extra kills I got. I wouldn't be surprised if Quick Attack does 11 damage. You know, I really do not want to do commentary on the things that could go wrong here because I'm so worried I'm going to jinx things. Nice. You know, at the end of the day, I would rather Jigglypuff be burned than Eevee. Nice. I'll be able to celebrate off of that. Because I wasn't sure Quick Attack was going to kill if hit from the front. Still did decent damage. It was pretty good, actually. Like I said, though, don't let the splits fool you. I believe when I did my run, I think all 3 of those were gold splits. Well, not exactly gold. Well, maybe gold at the time. Dude. Well, as long as it doesn't take 5 tries again. Okay. I probably don't need to use double slap. Maybe I do. Nice. Yeah, true. A run doesn't start until you recruit Pansage, exactly. You know, I remember hearing this one joke. In the Gen 3 Pokemon Speedrunning Discord server, I know there can be a role where you can get pinged if someone's like on a world record pace or something. There's apparently an unwritten rule where if someone's running Pokemon Sapphire and they're on a good pace, you're not allowed to ping the Discord until they've beaten Norman first. Once they've beaten Norman and they're on pace, then you can ping. I believe the role was called like Hype Run Alert. But yeah, the one advantage of Pansage with high energy is if Darumaka burns it, it could still survive. That'd be in the scenario like Jigglypuff misses or it doesn't do enough damage. Yeah, getting here sub 12 is really, really good. You know how like the Suwaddles here, their first 2 turns are pretty much always consistent. If all of them had their turns consistent for the first 2 turns, that'd be great. Okay. What's gonna suck, though, is when the event comes, I will actually be forced to talk about how things can go bad. Okay, we're good. Because just the fact that Pansage moved down, it means it will be within range to hit Jigglypuff. Alright, we're good. But well, then again, remember last time we were here, that burn situation happened. Dang, no booby trap. So I'm gonna lose a bit of time there every time the Snivy hits me. Alright, no booby trap there at least. Crit. Darn. But yeah, see right there? If the Pansage got burned, it would have survived. And if you're wondering if I could just use Jigglypuff to kill the Pansage, the answer is actually no. Because more than 4 turns have passed to where that won't be acceptable. Oh god, this is gonna be annoying. That was kind of a useless lullaby. But yeah, warriors will pretty much always join you if you kill them with a super effective move, no matter how many turns have passed. That was mainly just to help out Eevee, just in case the Snivy crit me or something. While yes, this was kind of a slow Greenleaf, at least we're getting past it. Okay. Like I said, though, the late game tends to matter a lot more than the early game. Like, for example, like, that extra turn in Greenleaf probably cost me, like, 30 seconds, but I can easily save 30 seconds at 2 separate kingdoms alone, depending on how things go. It's very easy to make up time. Dude, it's hard to believe the original route for this game did not involve power wristbands. Then again, it wasn't me that came up with the power wristband strat, it was another runner named The Rat. I think he holds the current record for no passwords. Which honestly, I might consider running that category. Maybe. At least, like, think of a new route. Because I do think I can route Darmanitan out of no passwords, too. In exchange for just keeping Munashige the whole time. But the question is, like, when would Staravia evolve into Staraptor? Because in the normal route, you keep Staravia until after Terrera. Dude, I think if I put Suwaddle there, that Pampor is just always going to do that. Likely around that same time. Maybe. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Unfortunately, this will cost time, but at the cost of hitting 2 at once, I'd say it's worth it. Alright, I'm gonna have to get one hit in on Eevee. Nice try, dude. Well, at least he didn't attack. Nice, gain some time. Ooh, the Pampor is lowish on energy, and so is the Mareep. That's actually really good. I think the ones here that I care the most about being low energy is the Mareep and the Shinx. Pampor as well. Starly, not that big a deal. Pichu, not that big a deal. Funnily enough, my PB had a gold Violite split. Could you see how my PB and best are the exact same time? That means my best ever Violite was during my PB. Well, on the bright side, even though their energy is going up, it doesn't affect their current HP, which is pretty good. Although I still think it affects their other stats. That is an interesting choice. Ooh, I might be able to do a 2-for-1. I'm gonna prioritize the Murray. Really? That low rolled so horrendously bad. That went from a 57 to a 51, I think. That is one of the lowest rolls I've ever seen. I was gonna have Jigglypuff finish off the Pichu. Well, I guess I can now. Damn it. I hate that ability so much. Crit. Unfortunately, I am not going to be able to get to that thing. Okay, so this is going to end up being a bad Violite. Simply, I don't think it's really because of that Marie missing. That Shinx going for the red switch, I have almost never seen it go for that switch before. I don't think I've ever seen Shinx go for that switch. That was an event I could not have seen. Also, I not only have my main password, but for the event, I actually did create a backup password. Literally just in case the first password only gives 1 star after. Felt a fly or something. It literally took me so many tries to make that password because I wanted one with as many capital letters as possible. I mean, I've seen Pichu go after that red switch. Oh my god, that is actually bad. Dude, that is way too many of them. Oh man. Okay, unfortunately that's gonna have Intimidate, but it's the closest one. Holy cow, that was a lot of perfect links. Ooh, that one's got Vanguard. Okay, that's a little annoying. Dang, I can't link that. But yeah, having 4 there, that's a huge time loss. I wonder if it could theoretically be worth having this guy use Star Raptor as well. I don't know. I mean, from here, the only use for Daramaka is super effective damage on the Pineco. It's not really useful for much else. I'll give it a try. No, I need info. Yeah, Daramaka is basically not really any good from here. Honestly, this could be a good backup plan if I get 3. I'm not sure if it's worth the time loss, though, from having to have 3 or 4 of these guys in the wild. Well, it's not something I'll purposefully go for. Nice. Also, I do not need to use Mitsuhai's whatever his name is. Munashige. I don't need to use his ability here. You're suffering from success. Yeah. It could theoretically help gain some time back. Dude, that was such a low roll. I should be able to win this turn, I think. But yeah, dude, that low roll was so bad. I'm gonna see if Eevee can kill that Pineco from here. Just remember, that Chrysalia split did include the fact I had to link with 4 Staraptors. Hey, John. The early game's little slow. Not bad, but just slow. But although, when I put in the Staraptor password, 4 of them showed up. Which is not good. Alright, I'm gonna have to save that 1 wristband. But since I ended up finding 4 Staraptors, I decided to give the Darumaka guy a Staraptor of his own, even though it's not part of my route, because this guy's not going to be useful soon anyway, and Darumaka is just not good anymore after Violet. Well, he's good for Chrysalia, he's good for knocking out the Pineco, but Staraptor can do the same as well. I think him linking with one will just be a backup plan, like if I get 3 of them. Like if there's 3 of them in the wild, I'll link one with him. See if I can gain some of that time back. Because right now, I think Fontaine's the only split I've gained time in. Okay. Remember, to recruit Yoshihiro, I have to knock him out with a Golden Warlord. Oichi and my main character are some of them. If I had used this guy's Star Raptor to knock out Girder, it would have failed. Dude, I'm gonna gold split this, so at least I made up a... Dude, look at my PB versus my best. My PB Pugilist was not great. Okay, at least I made up over a minute. And I gold split, too. Nice. Hey, Shadow. How's the run? Slow. Alright, I don't think it's as important to give Girder a power wristband, just because he has access to Mighty Blow. I'm still gonna save that one wristband. Save it for Gallade. This isn't the best lineup. Almost forgot. What have I learned? I'm not sure what you mean by that. You mean I've learned the ins and outs of this game for the most part? Okay, that's going to allow Rhyhorn to reach that banner, which is actually fine, because Girder should be able to reach that. Oh, Grizz, of course. There's no way one of these Star Raptors can knock out that Tepig, so I'm gonna have Eevee do some chip damage. Like, I see you using the fighting mon, a change in tactics. I've always used it. Oh shit. Did not expect that. Dude, they usually tend to go after the banner. Oh, that is very annoying. Alright, here's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to wait for Rhyhorn to take one of those banners, and then have Eevee knock it down, then Girder can finish it off. Like this. Yeah, this was not a good fight. Honestly, this was through no fault of my own. The fact that I couldn't get a 2-for-1 kill with the Star Raptors right away made things kind of bad. Yeah, John, I've always used Girder in the route. Girder's been a part of the route for many years, even before I've been a part of this game. Uh-oh. That's annoying. Alright. I guess this is an advantage of having a bunch of Star Raptors here. I'm gonna have to knock them out with Star Raptor. That's still an issue. This should be fine. Let's see how much damage this does. 590. Dude, that was a little overkill, don't you think? Alright. This'll still join since I knocked it out within 4 turns. But yeah, basically, until his second Pokemon goes up one of those lifts, they'll start coming towards me, but if 2 Pokemon have entered the lifts, they'll start going for the other banner, which is where Eevee is. So the turn order in which all those Pokemon move really does matter. Is Star Raptor guaranteed to recruit? It's not Star Raptor specifically. It doesn't have to be a super effective move to recruit something. As long as you knock it out within 4 turns, it's guaranteed. The turn I knocked out Drillbaron was the 4th turn. But if it's a super effective move, then it's 1,000,000% guaranteed because the amount of turns it takes doesn't matter. Oh hey DevMJ. Sorry, I didn't see you in the Twitch chat. What evolution do you use in this run? Jolteon. At least the Mega Tank guy is a good shop buddy. That's the only purpose he does, is he does my shopping for me. But hey, it's an important purpose. Because otherwise I'd have to use one of my main characters to do it. Does gender you pick matter? No. Fun fact, you know the warrior, Magoichi? He is the one in the vanilla story, he has a Carnivine, the Flying Kingdom. When you get him to his second rank, he has a warrior skill that increases his attack for all the female warriors on your side. The main character actually does not count if you pick the female. I think it was to prevent an advantage. But yeah, this Larvitar is the reason you want to save a power wristband for Kenshin. Because otherwise that Larvitar would be a 3-hit. Oh, that Roggenrola must be on very high energy. Because normally in practice, that thing doesn't keep living. And the flinch, of course. I'm gonna have Eevee go over there to break the sturdy. Oh, that's annoying. Oh shit. I forgot to have Delayed kill Larvitar. I can just kill him the next turn. That's interesting that they went out of the way to do that. Would it be easier if I went to YouTube chat? No, I have the chat windows literally popped up next to each other. Dude, that Bulldor is a flinching machine. Not gonna kill him. Not even close. Oh, dude, that's gonna lose time. No, you don't need to bother switching. You can chat wherever you want. Okay, that was pretty unlucky. Not only that Roggenrola surviving, but also that flinch on the Drillbur. At least Drillbur's at pretty good energy, so it should evolve on time. Also, since Orichi Staraptor has Vanguard, I need to keep that in mind. What Vanguard does is, if a Pokemon with Vanguard is the first one to attack on its turn, it does increase damage. So I'll need to have Oichi go first. Dude, my crit luck is so bad. At least that'll die. Alright, 73%. Nice. I don't think even with Bustle that can reach. Yeah, Bustle cannot reach that Zubat. Bustle only increases your range by 1, while Courage / Top Speed increases it by 2. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Dude, that was a crit. Dude, I was supposed to crit you. That's actually very annoying. Because that other Staraptor got flinched. Pondered. Damn it. You know what? I think that's fine. I can just have Girder go after the Rock instead. Bastard. Hitting that Zoroark was the only good thing that happened in this fight. Dude, this fight's just gone so wrong. And the Staraptors are dead. Yeah, this one. Here's the question, can Eevee still evolve when it died? I think it can. Dude, this is one of the worst Yaksha fights I've ever had. Okay, thankfully it still does. Probably just because it's a stone evolution. Also, Drillbur's energy went back down to normal. That's annoying. Yeah, maybe, I swore they didn't, but maybe stone evolutions are exempt. Yeah, it's not going to be able to evolve until after Avia. Basically, every few months, your energy can just randomly go up one stage or down one stage. And what happened was with Drillbur, I went up to like close to high, but not maximum. And then after that month, it went down by one, so it went back to normal. Alright, who's gonna go in the banner? Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, Galade's not gonna be able to reach that. Come on, I need a crit here. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thankfully, Ekans isn't going to attack me. Oh, it still will. Okay. Alright, I did gain a bunch of time, but to be fair, this was kind of expected, because my PB did not have 2-star raptors in it. But theoretically, if I didn't have that sucky-ass, if I didn't have that sucky Cragspur and Yaksha, I'd be tied with my PB right now. Alright, so Jilbur will evolve after this, thankfully. Doesn't matter, it's useless in the Flying Kingdom. Yeah, that's a good point. But then again, though, if my energy is way, way too low, theoretically, it may not even evolve until after Spectra. I've had that happen in my, I think it was in my PB that happened. Also, as soon as I get the 2-star raptors in the bottom left area, one of them will do an attack, but the other one will not. So that way it'll have the range to get to the upper part if the Carnivine decides to be a dick. And not come down. Because the Carnivine's the only Pokemon on this whole battlefield that has a range of 3 instead of 4. So it's a lot harder for Carnivine to get down there. The gap may not look that bad, but trust me, the gap is pretty large. Like, it may look like they're touching each other, but in reality, it's like this. Oh, dude, that is annoying. Thankfully, flying types are immune to Skydrop. Okay. Don't even need that. Ooh, nice. I didn't even use Marksman for that crit. Alright, I'm gonna have that other start Raptor stay there because I do not want Braviary to use Skydrop on Jolteon. There we go. There we go. Gold split. Yeah, look at the difference in my Spectra split between my PB and Best. If Spectra can go good, I can pull ahead of PB. We'll see, though. I love how Random Warrior is better than Shingen. Where'd you lose the most time? Good question. I don't know. I lost time in a lot of these splits. Yeah, I like the avian music too. Yeah, sorry I just saw your messages. I will say though, the YouTube chat would be a bit easier simply because, not because I have less viewers on Twitch, but the Twitch chat puts, it starts at the top and then works its way down. But YouTube chat puts the newest message at the very bottom, which actually does help. Okay, minimum energy Miss Magius, low energy Dusclops. That's pretty good. I've seen enough tactical RPGs to know how bad having low mobility can be. Yeah. That's why having 2-star actors instead of 1 is such a huge help. Okay, I'm on YouTube now. Hey, Deb NJ. Okay, what's the best course of action here? I think I can't get a 2-for-1 kill, so I'm gonna prioritize the Scolipede. Honestly, Escadrille's not going to reach anyway, so I'm going to go for you. Are we looking at the actual PB? This is my actual PB. Because the run time I got last time was a 1:49, it's so close to my PB, I'm just going to compare to my PB from now on. Okay, flinches on this map are absolutely atrocious. Oh, I could get another 2-for-1, but it will come at the cost of Excadrill not being able to kill the Lampent. You know what, even better, I'll go for the Drifloon instead. That sort of opened things up. Nice. Oh, that is so... Dude, really? That is the worst spot to put that statue. Well, I guess I'll go for the 2-for-1 after all. Uh-oh. Okay, at least you moved out of the way. Oh, but there's a problem. Bravebird going headfirst into a statue does not hit the sides. I have no idea why, and I'm frozen again. Dude. Fuck. Dude, these statues are being moved in the worst spots. Yeah, John, you jinxed me. Wait, really? The sides of Flameburst doesn't thaw freeze. Okay. Flameburst in this move is such garbage. This is gonna be not a great Spectra. I can see it already. Dude, these statues are so bad. Okay, at least that's great. Thankfully for me, that flinch didn't matter. Okay, Jolteon should be able to kill this from here. Cool. Flame went after Girder. Okay. You bastard dude. Stupid statues. Dude, that is so bad. No. Dude, why are the statues, like, twice in this one fight, put in the absolute worst spots possible? They were put in spots I was just about to go to. Twice. Literally, I couldn't have Excadrill kill Lampent earlier because a statue got in the exact spot. And there's no controlling where these statues go either. It's pure random. It's too late for you guys to be useful. Well, at least this was still better than PB, but this could have been so much better. So much better. I say we blame John. Yeah, it's his fault. Turns Inspector is so long. Yeah, flinches in this kingdom right here are so broken. Do you plan on running any other categories? I might consider maybe not running no passwords, but at the very least rerouting it, because I routed Darmanitan out of this category. I might be able to do it out of no passwords too. Dude, no wristbands broke. That's surprising. Minimum energy Celio, minimum bear tip. Could I still come back from this? Maybe. Oh, seriously? Dude, that icicle's formed too far away. Normally I have Staraptor get rid of the icicle that's blocking the way, but it spawned too far away. Oh, this is going to be a bit weird. Yeah, Spectra was supposed to be the big time save, because that was the split where I had to go into the wild to evolve Darumaka. Okay. Dude, I'm gonna have to play this so weird. I believe in you. Thanks. Dude, why are Staraptors always getting crit on? Oh, that's actually pretty good. I'll take that. Here's why that's good. Wow, Eel, you're a dick. Really? Dude, why do I keep getting frozen all the time? Yeah, my PB had an extremely good Nick Storm. You see how my PB and Gold Splits match? Okay, at least I'm good. Oh my god. Dude, my luck is getting so bad. Dude. Oh my. Dude, put this run out of its misery. This is so awful. Are you using one less... Hold on. Silly question. You are using one less Pokemon than you can, right? Would it help the run to add another Pokemon? What are you talking about? I go in with teams of 6. I'm not sure what you mean by that. There is no hope of getting up to PB now. That Nick Storm was so retarded. Freezes and 2 separate calming activates. I've gone entire streams without once seeing that ability. Thought you had 5? No, I never go into a fight with 5. At least at this point. Dude, it all started with that icicle forming so far away. It's very, very rare that the icicle forms that far away. Dude, if I can somehow get ahead from these next few splits, it'll be like the biggest comeback of the century. And then again, for the event, it's not like I have to beat the record, like, for the event. It's just to do the run. I hate this kingdom. This kingdom was surprisingly fun to route. I'm gonna bring Oishi Star Raptor as a backup for that Quagsire, just in case. Not like it's gonna matter, though, I don't think. Let's see if I can end this fight. Oh, a higher than crit. Nice. Yeah, Valora is another, like, time save split I have compared to my PB. The other one was Spectra. And I've gained time at both of them, but Nick Storm just went so bad. Lowish energy on Gavite and Fracture is pretty nice. Although maximum energy on Zekrom is kind of annoying. I have to go back to the office. See you, John. Go back to the office. Dude, I know you work from home. I did that just to get some extra range. Are you doing another run after this? No. Alright, I think the most likely scenario is that Zekrom is going to go towards Oichi Star Raptor. The reason I put Escadrille there was to protect Munashige's Star Actor. Oh, okay. Because the opponents really try to not stand next to a node. Sometimes they do. Yeah, I'll definitely need a sweet song. Nice, they went off the map for a sec. Okay, thankfully it did not hit Escadrille. It would have put that thing into the water. Hold on, I got a plan. That's fine, I have a delay here. There we go. Nice. Yeah, this had no chance of competing with the PB. Oh, that sucked. I felt like that was pretty decent. It just sucked that Escadrille missed. Knocked my headset off by accident. Dude, I am so disappointed by this run. So disappointed. Oh, that is Freaking horrible, dude. You know what? This run's bad anyway. Just get all my bad luck out of the way. Just get out of the way. Gotta take the good with the bad. This has been all bad. Literally on the splits where I can save time, I did. But the ones where... Dude, I am so freaking mad. It's not like this run was bad because of my own fault. It's not like it was my fault. It's not like I made a huge screw-up. At a bunch of these kingdoms, I just got extraordinarily bad luck. Yeah, I remembered the wristbands this time. Still, I will say the one bright side of this is I haven't really made... Do you guys think I made any major mistakes in this run? Like, a mistake that actually cost me time? That was bad. For some reason, that cutscene, it delays itself until you can press start to skip the cutscene. Probably the Star Raptors could have gone better. What do you mean by the Star Raptors? You mean, like, them spawning 4 of them in the wild? Like, that's not my fault. They can spawn anywhere from 1 to 4. 1 is a run killer. 2 is the minimum. 3, you could theoretically gain time at Chrysalia with 3. 4 is just straight up a time loss. Let's just see if I can get a good final battle. Ooh, nice, I tripped the replacer. Oh my god, that must be a very low energy Inferno. Yeah, dude, that was one of the worst Ice Kingdoms I've ever had. I think Nobunaga almost always moves 4 tiles. I guess maybe theoretically if I move Star After one less, it may not, but it's just weird. I should be able to have... oh, interesting. It went for Arceus. Might be able to use Star After to kill Rayquaza and then get Lapras and Miss Maggie's. I crit the wrong thing, dude. Lucario never seems to crit. Also, the Fairy in the Darkening, the Ponder God kind of extended the fight, because Dig is a 2-turn move. Yeah, Yaksha went incredibly bad, too. Let's not forget the misses back in Dragon too. Kind of weird my PB had an extraordinarily good final battle because it was my gold split. Okay, at least I've had the power wristband on Arceus the whole time. Oh, go fuck yourself, dude. Why did you get the crit? Dude. Horrible luck in the Ghost Kingdom. Yeah, the trick is, like, was there a single kingdom here where I had good luck? This is probably one of the worst runs I've ever had where I made no major mistakes. It's the luck was just that bad. I mean, at least I completed a run because, like I said, the goal of this is for a marathon. $155.57. Oh my god, dude, that was so bad. Let's look at the splits. Alright, Farm 1 was pretty good. Farm 2 was average. Ignis was pretty good. Greenleaf? It took like 2 tries to get Darumaka to show up. But still, I would say it was average. Fontaine went pretty good. I saved time on it. Violite? Violite was very unlucky because for some unknown reason, the Shinx went towards the red switch in the top left. I never see it go for that switch. In all my testing and years of running it, I've never seen her go for that switch. Normally Pichu will go after that switch, or Shinx will go after the rightmost switch, but not the leftmost switch. That made the fight take an extra turn. Cresselia. The Cresselia split I lost time on, even though I had 3 Star After for Cresselia. Normally that would save time having 3, but it comes at the cost of, like, I ended up having to face 4 of them. Facing 3 of them would be fine. It'd be worth the time save. But 4 is absolutely not worth it. Let's see. Pugilist was really good. I gold splitted. Honestly, that gold split was just because I had 3 Star After. I don't think that's repeatable. The invasion split went pretty terrible because his Pokemon did not line up perfectly enough to do a 2-hit. And when I tried to have Girder go after Rhyhorn, instead of going for a banner, the Rhyhorn went and attacked the Girder, knocking it off the edge, costing an extra turn. Herrera was very annoying. I'd have the Staraptors chase the Drillbur. Cragspur was extremely bad because honestly, I probably should have Mighty Blowed the Roggenrola. Yaksha was one of the worst Yakshas I've ever had. Viperia is a spot where I'm expected to save time. Avia, I gold splitted. Spectra is another split where I expected to save time, but if my Spectra actually went good, I would have been ahead of PB, but it wouldn't have mattered. I had the worst Nick Storm I've ever had. Literally, Jolteon getting frozen, the Icicle forming in the wrong spot. It's very, very rare for that Icicle to form 2 spots further north. Normally, it'd be 2 spots further south. That, on average, is where it is. In all my testing, it was always there. Valora, I've gained some time. Like, Spectra and Valora are the 2 splits where I'm expected to save time. But then Dragner, on the other hand, that was like an 8-minute Dragner fight. Because of misses on the Zekrom, and at the last minute, the Zekrom went to a healing node. Like, it was literally going good at first until that happened. And then the ending part... Dude, Munashige Staraptor can just never crit the Lucario. It just never happens. Dude, this... Oh my god. Yeah, normally when I see splits this bad, I would think I must have severely screwed up in some way. I did not severely screw up anywhere. Like, I'm literally trying to think. I think I played this run as well as I could have. The luck was just that bad. Well, the good news is that the skills aren't lacking. The good RNG will come eventually. Yeah, that's true. I am proud of myself. That's the one bright side of this run. I went the whole entire run without making a major mistake. So at least I can say the time loss was not my fault. But anyway, thank y'all for stopping by, to appreciate it. I cannot do another run because my hands get too sore doing this game. Honestly, I think even if the event is done, I might continue running this game until I beat my PB. I might. Like, let's imagine for a sec. If we assume Nick Storm went... Well, I can't just say assuming Nick Storm went fine. Like, if all of my... Let's just say up to Chrysalia, where I was 2 minutes behind, right? If every fight from there onwards was the same as my PB, I would have beaten my PB, possibly the record, if it went the same. But almost everywhere went worse. But yeah, the next stream will not be tomorrow. I have a dentist appointment, but it'll probably be on Thursday. I'm just taking a break from the solo run stream specifically to do this. But I will still be editing the Pokemon Moon videos. But yeah, I will see you all later. Bye.